So here we are once again for the Christmas challenge. I have been carving Christmas trees steadily and I'm done with the Christmas trees for now. I'm burnt out. So these are some pieces of driftwood that I found on the beach and I want to go over something really quickly. Like I tried to clean this one up with the knife so you can see how wide the grains are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what this tree is probably like, or branch, but I think this would be a tree, a young tree. This is super wide grain. I'm not a fan of carving super wide grain when I'm carving details. This is going to be a little gnome. So, and these pieces have cracked quite a bit. I don't know what type of wood this is. I'm thinking it might be a cottonwood. Cottonwood grows super fast. So there's two of those. I got these ones yesterday. These are Douglas fir, so you can see how tight that grain is. You can see how tight this grain is compared to this grain. This one's like that. This one's like so much. So this tree grows a lot slower than this tree. Growth rings each year. 1, 2, 3. So you know what I'm saying? So that's that. So I got this piece too, and I believe this is also Douglas fir. But it could be some kind of fruit wood because you kind of get that. I don't know. Could be older. I'm not too sure unless I started carving into it. And this piece I got from the beach yesterday. This is, I can't really see the grain, but this is a softer wood too. This wood is softer like this. So I think I'm gonna end up carving this one into a gnome. We'll make it bigger. We'll do like a Santa gnome. We'll make it taller so most of you can see like how I do it. You know, I know when you do the little tiny carvings like this, it's hard to see what's going on. Just carve Rob's awesome at carving stuff like this. The caricatures. So, or I could carve a wood spirit on that awesome piece of cedar I found, Western red cedar. But first of all, what I'm going to do is, I don't know if any of you guys saw the video, but I carved this. Okay, so what here, this is a mold for a lighter case. You pour the epoxy in here, let it dry, you pull it out, you carve it. That's what I did, and I carved this probably like 10-15 minutes for myself. So then I said, well, Just Carve Rob has one, and I made a case for Just Carve Rob. It's got batteries on the back there, so it can stick to his toolbox. See, it sticks. But so there's a wood spirit for Just Carve Rob, and then Just Carve Rob loves to carve infusion flowers, so I put him a flower on there, and that's for Just Carve Rob. Then I carved this one for I don't know whoever. Got a silly skull in the back there, the wood spirit. Now I got this one. So, or I got this one. This one's kind of purple. This one's kind of like sea color, I guess. So Mr. Evil Rick has been around for so many friggin' years. I owe him some stickers, and he's been such huge support of the channel. I figured I better carve Evil Rick one of these. And I'm going to do a wood spirit here and then a bunch of little ghost skulls around it, like carving fusion style. Thanks for all the support over the years, Evil Rick. I hope you're doing good, buddy. Evil Rick. And you know, another thing about these lighter cases, people are like, oh, well, who needs a lighter case? Nobody smokes anymore. This is what I say. Okay, so if you get into a shipwreck and you're trapped on a little tiny island out in the Bahamas or something, what's one thing that you wish you had with you? Is a friggin' lighter to start a fire. So, anyways, the whole world needs a lighter case. That's what I think. To start fires when you're trapped on a desert on a tropical island, whatever it is. Evil Rick will be like, no, I don't. Evil Rick, I don't know if he smokes or needs a lighter, but I'm making him one anyways. He'll be like, no, I just use my little flint fire starter things. I don't need your friggin' lighter. Well, you got one anyways, Rick. So we're gonna do the wood spirit and a couple things, and then we'll get to the gnome. Yeah, I don't know if I should do a time lapse first or not. Yeah, maybe I should. Wear your dust mask when you're carving this epoxy. Wear your dust mask when you're carving any type of wood. Anything. Carving anything, wear your dust mask. Okay. So there you go, Mr. Evil Rick. We had a little bit of a blowout in the mouth, so then I blew out the eyes too. So there's holes in there. That's okay. I think it looks cool. We got you a little skull in there. I was running out of depth, so I just started. I said, "Oh, I know what I should have carved. I should have carved them flames on this." But I don't know. That's what you get, Mr. Evil Rick. So let's put a lighter in there. You could probably use a cool red lighter to get those eyes to kind of shine red. Oh man, this is going to be hard to get out of here. I signed the bottom. I carved a little hole so you can get a little screwdriver to push your lighter out. This one's super tight. Okay, so I know that you got your little biker trailer with your stickers on it that you're collecting. So here's a Larry Dibbs Carving Fusion one, and here's a couple Jordy Johnson Carving Fusion stickers. Yes, I will send these to you finally with your little lighter case. Let's get a better look at it here. So say if there's well, I don't know what to say. This is I carved a little hole. Fuck, man, fuck. Okay, Mr. Evil Rick. So here's your Carving Fusion stickers I got for you. They'll be sent to you. Um, and yes, Mr. Tim Reed, I will be sending you stickers too. Here's your lighter case with the lighter in it. This one goes in there pretty hard. I carved a little hole in the bottom to get a little screwdriver to push your lighter out. I signed it if I didn't already say that, but let's get a good look at this. You could probably put a red lighter in there to make his eyes and mouth look red. Silly little Carving Fusion skull. They always kind of remind me of the Misfits skull. And there you go. What do you think, Evil Rick? Is it evil enough for you? This guy kind of looks cool. I kind of like the blown out effect. So you can put the red lighter back there. I just don't. I was looking for a red lighter. I just don't happen to have one. Anyways, we got to get carving going on with the gnome here. But there you go, buddy. Thanks for all your work for the channel and all your support buying stuff from my Amazon store. Gotta get this lighter out of here. Where's the little screwdriver? Let's see here. I got something here. I know I do. I know I do. Let's see. There you go. We'll wait to see if you can put a red lighter in there, Rick. Evil Rick, Evil Rick, Evil Rick. Evil Rick, Evil Rick, Evil Rick. All right, so this is a piece of, it might be birch. I'm not too sure. It's pretty white wood. It feels kind of light. This is a pretty big carving to do in a few hours. So there's a crack there. It doesn't go all the way through, but if this piece of wood's gonna crack anymore, it's gonna crack. It's gonna open up right here to start. Then it can start opening up other places. Since this fellow's so tall, I'm not used to carving tall gnomes like this. We'll give him a big hat. So we'll just kind of go like this to start. That cracks there, no cracks there. So we'll spin it around, make sure that cracks on the back. Then for the hat, like this is a lot of carving. I got a lot of wood to remove here to make it look like a gnome hat. So this will be for his nose. Okay, then I always have a problem making my noses look round. Just Carve Rob does a really good job at it, but mine they always kind of look square on one edge. So what I'm going to do to start this off, well, I should have just tapered all the hat back. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to use my Fordham to do that. So how about I just, you can make it so your hat is folded over here. This is going to be a Santa gnome, everybody, for the challenge. It's too big for me to use for my base for the challenge, but it's just to help everybody carve friggin' Santa gnome. So what I gotta do is I'm just gonna make it as simple as possible, and I'm gonna carve this guy it's gonna be like a cone on his head. Then we'll deal with this stuff later. Yeah, I think that's the best idea. Yeah, let's do that. You know what I should have really done first before I even drew this on is cleaned up all the outside of this piece of driftwood to see if we get any little more surprises in there, like this crack. See, there's a couple cracks there too. So yeah, this is pretend it's a Fordham, but this is my RAM microcarver 1/4 inch bit. This thing spins super fast. It's got the Kutzall 1/4 inch bit on here, the silver one. So I'm gonna go along, clean all this up. I don't think I need to film. Clean all this wood up. Then I'll taper the friggin' hat in like a pylon cone thing. Then we can shape it and stuff like that after. But first of all, I need to have a break. Evil. So I just want to talk to. Fuck. So I just want to take a few minutes talk about the fuck. Is this thing fucking working? Fuck. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about the wood grain again. You know, I'm so spoiled, British Columbia, Canada, where I live, with the wood that I get. So I prefer not to carve wide grain. But if you look at this piece, this is somewhat kind of wide grain. If you look at the rings there compared to this. So here's a perfect example. I sanded this up better so you guys can see the bumps there, right? So where it sticks out there, that's the hard point. That's the hard spot of the grain, and then it gets soft, hard, soft. So hard, soft, hard, soft. Where it sinks in, it's softer. That's why I don't like carving most wide grain. But if you get stuff like this that doesn't get hard, soft, curve it by all means. It's pretty consistent, right? You can see there's no bumps there. I even sanded this too. So that's what I mean. I don't like carving the wide grain when it's like hard, soft, hard, soft. You got a little tiny black line that's hard, then the whiter stuff's softer. So, anyways, back to the gnome. I don't care if this has to turn out to be 2 videos or 3 videos. For me, when I'm carving gnomes, it's always the worst part about carving gnomes is doing the hat. Like here's a smaller one. I just block this out with a knife. Why not? If you can block out the hat, if you got a carving knife, block out the hat with a carving knife. I like my gnome caps to go whoosh, like this. Whoosh. You know, you don't want your gnome heads to look like, well, what rhymes with pink? So, I like mine to go like that. This one I stopped carving. I left enough room because I think this one will make it so like he has a little ball up there. So all I would do like there, right here, I'll do a cut up there, maybe even a little bit lower. He doesn't have to have a Santa Christmas ball up there, but you know, just as long as you paint your gnome. This is for the challenge. This is not going to be in the challenge, but I might even give this away for the people that or for part of the challenge. As long as it's got a red hat, it looks like a Santa gnome, good enough for me. I got to really get on my game here and get these carvings done so I can work on my base. So, let's see here. Oh boy, soundbite. So I got this drawn on, the nose drawn on. The better that you draw it on, the better it's going to turn out at the end. I don't know if you guys heard that beeping, but it was just Carve Rob sending me pictures of the I know it's going to be a few days late, but happy Thanksgiving to all you Americans. I hope you're spending time with your family and your loved ones. Yeah, he just sent me a picture of. I said, send me pictures of proof of your dinner. So he sent me pictures of the turkey and the pies and oh boy, I said send it. So what I'm going to do now is I got this Kutzall burr on here. We'll worry about the hat later because we're going to try and make this so the nose sticks farthest off the piece. So we have to carve this hat farther back. But to start, what I'm going to do is I got this Kutzall burr on here. I'm running a Dremel 4000 with the Dremel flex shaft. And I'm going to go along these outlines, carve deep in there, and then carve around this nose deep. And Gurdeep says carve deep. Then we'll, I don't know. See, I'm kind of tilting it underneath the hat. Oops. Okay, so there's all my cuts. Now I got to remove the wood underneath the hat. I'm going to keep using this burr. This is the taper burr. If I didn't say, if you want to get these Kutzall bits, just go to the description down below. I'm going to use this taper burr on its side to remove more wood fast. Okay, so let's taper this nose back a bit. All right, so you see I cut a little bit too deep in there. But so now this nose, the hat sticks farther off the face than the nose. If you want the nose to stick farther out past the hat, you got to start carving this hat down. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, there's the nose starting to come off the hat, the face the most, because you're carving that hat down. So you remember, you carve the face of this hat down, it's kind of flat-sided here, so you have to carve the whole thing rounder again too, right? So now to be safe, let's put that cut for the Christmas ball. We'll just kind of... And everybody, do not feel like you have to carve as fast as I do, because I'm just kind of a freak. Now remove the wood below it. Okay, so that will... The farther that you cut that hat back, the more you can get that nose to pop off. So if we got to cut deeper in that nose around here and carve it deeper, then push the hat back, then you can get that nose really pop off. So let's do that. We might as well. We're having fun, so. Okay, so we got that cut deep in there, right? Now let's bevel it out, right? Push it back that way. Then we can take the hat back more. Well, I kind of made a mistake. I should have cut straight in, because now when I take this hat back more, it's going to lift up. Like, it's going to get higher on the nose, but that's okay. I think that's good enough. We don't need to do it anymore. So now I gotta see this. Now look how flat it is here. Now you gotta make this look round, right? See, flat side. This looks round here, but because I carved that back so much, we gotta make the rest of this look round. So this is when I wanna, and see how this is sloped like this. I want it to slope like that. All the way around, okay? So I might as well, I don't know if I showed it, I might as well use my ram carver again to remove some bulk wood. What I do to make it so it's nice and concave like I like it, I just keep spinning it, okay? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make right up here pretty pointy, but we'll carve the ball in after. So you can see what's going on here. So I got this part, I got to remove all this wood right here. Okay, stand by. So just to show you guys, so the top part there, right? I'm gonna make it look like it's bent there. So I'm gonna remove lots of this wood where it slopes that way. So lots of this wood here, I'm gonna take off lots of this wood too, and remove all this wood. Gives it a better effect, I think. Anyways, all this is just my opinion. Carry on. See how it's starting to get the shape now? Still, it comes down. But to help give yourself that shape, don't forget we got to have the Santa white fluff here. So I wouldn't normally draw this line on, but I'm completely fine with it, because if this can help you guys, it's perfect. So this line, now I'm going to carve on. Okay, so you got your line here. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to carve here to make it elevate off the piece. And then I can do more swoosh stuff. And yes, this is a bigger carver, but you guys can do this with your Dremel. You know, you got stuff like this, smaller pieces like this. This is a super nice piece of wood, actually. Super light and soft. Anyways. Okay, so you can see that's cut in there. Then start removing the wood. This is actually a real nice piece of wood to carve too. I wish I would have got more of it. Okay, you guys can see what's going on? Okay, so there you can see that's good enough for me, right? We'll work on this ball a little bit later, but you can see here where I undercut the hat. Now it kind of comes off like this, like we're talking about this wood here, we're going to remove that wood all the way around here and just taper it back, okay? So there's not like a cut bump there. Kind of clean up our piece at the same time. See how I'm tapering it back? Kind of shaping that nose, but I should slow down because I'm going to wreck it. So sometimes, whoa, look at this hat's crooked. That's okay. How much higher this part is than that part. Doesn't matter, it's a freaking gnome. So sometimes your hat will stick way farther off, like it will stick out here, because if you carve this too deep, your hat will stick farther off the friggin' face. So just take some more of the hat down. Even if you did that cut bump there for the white Santa stuff, who cares? Recarve it. That's how you learn. See, I'm just spinning it as I go. And yes, I'm rushing. Perfect. I'm just going to recut that line in here with my Dremel with the same taper burr. Now feather it away. See how I'm using this burr on its side again? It removes so much wood so fast. Okay, undercut here a bit more. Very good. Can you guess what I'm making with this wide grade piece of junk? So I think I'm going to leave this video here. I will make another video and then maybe another video working on this gnome. There's your letter case, just Evo Rick. This I just carved quickly after, super soft wood. You can see the grain there. It's going to be a tree. Maybe I'll even carve it into like a tree house. I'm not sure. Don't really care. This gnome. So we got our hat done. We'll carve the little ball up there later. We can still, like I did. I wish I sold it, but I wish I had. Here's another little gnome that I did really quick. Put some fruity sparkles on it. Christmas sparkles. Ladies love Christmas sparkles. Well, most do, anyways. But so if I even take this hat down more, you can make it look really neat where the hat's a lot thinner than the body. So I might do that. You can always carve deeper, friends, and that's how you get better, by carving deeper and learning different things and stuff like that. So his mustache will come off here. We'll give him the simple Studio on the Lakes taught me that the arms tucking underneath the beard. We're going to leave it as simple as possible. When you got that, you don't even really need to carve the ball in there anymore, because you already got the just kind of hanging over it like a wizard's cap. But we can take some more of this wood off, round it more. So we'll do that on the next video. Okay? Hope everybody's good and doing the Christmas challenge. I'm back on it 100%. I only got 3 more Christmas trees to carve with the chainsaw. And I told the lady with the store, I said, well, just when you got one left, just give me a call. And then, because she's been selling them like crazy. Oh, another thing too. So I rewarded myself from carving all the trees this year, because I wasn't going to carve as many as I did. I went and bought myself a PlayStation 5 with the Spider-Man 2 game. So I'm going to go play that, because I don't know if I said it, but yesterday I really wasn't feeling good. I slept in today because when you're not feeling good, you should sleep. That's when the body heals the best. Anyways, I'm no doctor, but that's it from Dr. Jordy Johnson Carving Fusion. We'll see you on the next Santa Gnome carving. Oh yeah, I also got this piece of mahogany from my Viking chair that I'll be working on soon for the chainsaw carving tent. This is a piece of the back of the chair. I'm going to carve a snowman out of this.